My SAT scores are out. It turns out that I'm the top scorer of my state, but I insist on applying to an obscure third-rate private college in front of my friends and family. Everyone thinks that I've gone nuts. Mom even gets down on her knees and begs me not to destroy my future. You can go to any top college you want. Why must you attend that trashy college instead? I remain unmoved despite the fact that everyone keeps convincing me to change my mind. What they don't know is that if I don't go there, everyone will die in 3 days. I got a 1,580 on the SAT out of 1,600, including a perfect score in one section, making me the undisputed top scorer in the entire state. In front of all my family and friends, I announced that I had decided to apply to Seabrook Technical College. Mom thought she'd misheard me. She stared at me in utter disbelief. I'm applying to Seabrook Technical College, I repeated. Dad was frozen for a long time. His phone slipped straight out of his hand and hit the floor. Ethan, say that again? My cousin, Matilda Flint, shot out of her chair. Ethan Walker, have you lost your mind? Why would the state's top scorer go to some third-rate vocational school? The living room descended into chaos. All my relatives crowded around me, talking over each other to persuade me. Ethan, are you under too much pressure? Have you fried your brain? With a score like yours, Easton University and Northbridge University, the top institutes in the country, would be fighting over you. Why would you go to that kind of trashy school? Do you even understand what your score means? You came in first in the entire state. I looked at their anxious faces, not knowing what to say. Mom's eyes turned red as she grabbed my hand. Tell me, why do you want to go to that college? Did someone threaten you, or did the school offer you something? I pulled my hand free. No one threatened me. I just want to go there. Ethan, you've always been a sensible kid. Dad chimed in. When have you ever made us worry like this? You have to give us a reason. My aunt stamped her foot anxiously. Ethan, snap out of it. That lousy school barely even counts as a proper college. You won't even have a diploma when you graduate. You'll be throwing away your own future. You've been brilliant since you were a kid. You started reciting classical poetry when you were 5 years old, studied advanced math at 10 years old, and always came in first all through school. Our whole family is counting on you to be successful and bring honor to the family name. You can't ruin yourself like this. Dad just continued to stare at me, his eyes almost pleading. Ethan, you really have to think this through carefully. I already have, I answered firmly. Suddenly, Dad grabbed my shoulders. Do you know that by doing this, you'll... He realized he had lost control and quickly caught himself. Be disappointing us? I took a deep breath. I know exactly what I'm doing. Please stop trying to persuade me. The whole room fell silent. Everyone stared at me like I'd lost my mind. Mom suddenly dropped to her knees and grabbed my legs. Ethan, I'm begging you, don't do something so foolish. You're everything to me. If you're ruined, I won't be able to go on living either. Seeing her kneeling there, my heart felt like it was being torn apart. Dad pulled Mom up to her feet and glared at me furiously. Fine, you've got some guts. From today onward, you're no longer my son. If you insist on going to that trash vocational college, then don't ever come back to this house. I lowered my head, not daring to meet their disappointed gazes. Just then, my homeroom teacher, Mr. Hayes, hurried over. He'd heard I was giving up Easton University and Northbridge University and had rushed over from school to talk some sense into me. Ethan, I know you have your own ideas, but this decision is far too impulsive. Do you know how many students across the country dream of getting into Easton or Northbridge? You're completely squandering your talents by doing this. I shook my head. Mr. Hayes was sweating from anxiety. You've always had great ambitions. How can you settle for a place like that? Did something happen at home? Or were you tricked by someone? I shook my head again. At that moment, my best friend, Ryan Platten, rushed in as well. His expression was filled with panic when he learned of my score and my college of choice. You said you wanted to go to Easton just 2 days ago. Why the sudden change? He asked. I changed my mind, that's all. Everyone exchanged looks. I closed my eyes, unable to bear seeing their disappointed expressions any longer. I'm tired. I need some rest. Ethan, I can't just watch you throw your future away, Mr. Hayes blurted out. I hope you can rethink this calmly. We'll talk about it again tomorrow. I've already made my decision. I'll be submitting my application to Seabrook Technical College tomorrow.